I recently bought an apartment in Germany, just finished renovating it, and in this video I want to share my experiences and my learnings with you. It's a casual video. I just want to share my mistakes and what I learned during the whole buying and renovating process. The competition is very tough in the real estate market and you have to take a decision really fast. And by fast, I mean during your visit itself, you have to give an offer sometime. I visited more than 20 apartments before I ended up with the apartment I bought. I liked many apartments during the whole journey but was not able to close the deal. One thing that happened to me and might happen to you also is you will get disappointed and desperate. Well, everyone have their own way to deal with disappointment, but don't get desperate to buy a property. Take someone else with you so that you do not make a decision in desperation. Well, this will be my first suggestion. If you think you are making a buy decision in desperation, or you are ignoring things which you don't usually, or there is one tiny little voice telling you not to buy it, then please stop, pause a bit, take a day off, discuss with someone and then make a decision. Second thing I learned is about the kitchen. My apartment had an old kitchen. During the time of visit, I thought I will keep the kitchen and get it changed after an year or two. But when I bought the apartment and renovated it, I couldn't resist myself to get a new kitchen. And later I realized it was a wise decision. But there were two things that I did wrong in the whole process. First, as I didn't ask the seller to remove the kitchen, I have to pay for the kitchen removal and disposal myself, which was really not cheap, and I ended up paying around 350 euros for a really small kitchen. Second thing that went wrong was, when I removed the kitchen, I found out that there is a fungus on one side of the wall. And if seller would have removed the kitchen, I could have seen it well before and would have asked the seller to get it repaired or at least adjust the selling price accordingly. Well, I removed the fungus myself and did all the wallpaper and painting myself, so I saved some money. However, if I would have hired a professional, it could have costed me easily more than 1000 euros. Well, not getting the kitchen removed by the seller was a bad move from my side. However, I think it was good that I decided to change the kitchen. Otherwise, I would have never found out the fungus and it could have grown further, which would have costed me even more in the future. So if you're buying a property which have an old kitchen, ask the seller to get rid of it. By old kitchen, I mean more than 10 years old. And if you think the condition of the kitchen is not so good, then also ask the seller to get rid of it. Next thing I would like to share about is the renovation cost. So when I visited the apartment, I made a list of things that I wanted to renovate. I planned my budget accordingly and added 10% extra in my budget, as renovation cost usually exceeds your planned budget. But what I found was my budget exceeded even 10% mark. And why that happened? First reason was my lack of knowledge. I do not know much about construction, so I had many questions. For example, is this noise in the water pipes normal? Why this noise is coming? How to remove the fungus? What is the source of it? Am I doing these things right, or I have to contact someone? So I googled and learned and tried few things myself, but to clarify some doubts and have my peace of mind, I hired some professionals. Well, some people were genuine and didn't take advantage of a naive like me. However, there are some people who took advantage of the situation and charged me way more than it should be. And the second reason was the apartment's age. As the apartment is old, the things fitted in the apartment are also old. So if I touch one thing, other thing might break. And to make things even worse, you may not find that old part now in the market anymore. Well, luckily for me, I was able to find alternatives for it. But I was in a situation where I might have to spend way more than I have planned for. And the only reason for that extra spending is that that old piece of hardware is not available anymore in the market. So how can you avoid it? Well, first, when you visit a property and think of replacing or renovating 10 things, Google about them and learn as much as you can. Then also call different companies or agencies that fix those things and ask for a quotation. Also tell these people what is the age of your property and ask them, would this age makes a difference? Click pictures of the things you want to change or renovate and discuss with someone who has some idea or experience about the cost and the effort to fix it. Well, you cannot know everything, but it will help you plan your renovation budget even better. Second, if the property is old, whatever budget you make, add 20% more to it. You will not know where that extra money will be used. Lastly, don't hesitate to get your hands dirty and fix things yourself. In Germany, everything that you see in your property is standardized and you will find plenty of do-it-yourself videos on YouTube. Well, you cannot know everything during your visit or while buying a property. You might find few things unexpected, but I think it's normal. One of my friend who bought an apartment recently also faced some unexpected issues. For example, he ordered new appliances for kitchen, he paid the electrician to install it and came to know that the appliance is not working. What's the probability of that? He then called the company and they said that they will check the equipment and will try to fix it, otherwise they will replace it for free. Now you might be thinking where I'm going with it. Company will do everything for free, so why worry? Well, yes and no. Yes, company will replace the product for free, but you have to pay for the deinstallation and installation of the appliance again. Not only that, you have to make an appointment with the technician to deinstall it, then an appointment with the delivery guys, and again another appointment with the technician to install it. Then you have to be on site when technician will come and do his or her work. Trust me, it's not a fun activity and not the type of work where you want to invest your time and energy, especially when you do not live in that house and you have to come specially to that place or location when the technician is there. So not only you ended up spending more money, but also wasted a lot of your precious time. I mean, who would have imagined it? And what is the probability of new appliance to be faulty? Well, such small incidences happen to both me and my friend. So my purpose here is not to scare you, it's just to share my experiences. So in case anything happens to you, you will know that it's normal and can happen to anyone. So just learn from it and try to keep it in mind when you buy your next property. Also important here is to not beat yourself and convince yourself that you made a wrong decision or you didn't know enough and you still bought a property. Trust me, life happens, you have to deal with it and move forward. So this brings me to my last experience and learning. I have mentioned in my other videos also to check the doors. I also checked the doors during my visit. I checked whether they look fine or needs to be replaced or not. I also checked whether they open and close properly. However, I missed to check one door out of 5 that whether it closes properly or not. When I bought the apartment and inspected it again, I found out that the door doesn't closes. I knew it's a small issue, but I had no idea whom to contact for such a small issue, as labor in Germany is really expensive and one would not be interested to come up to fix such a small thing. And to be honest, I don't even know how to explain it in German. Most of all, I do not want to pay 50 to 100 euros to fix that stuff. So I thought of replacing the whole door myself. As new door is not so expensive, well guess what? As the apartment is old, so the door fitted in the apartment is also old, and hence I cannot find the door that matches the design of the door frame and other doors in the apartment. So either I have to change all the doors, or I have to fix the broken one, or I have to live with different doors in my apartment. Well, I got lucky here. I asked one other technician who came to renovate something else in my apartment if he can have a look at the door and fix it. He was a nice guy and fixed the door in 2 minutes for free. So one thing I will never forget now is to check each and every door twice before buying a property. From all of this, I also learned that do not hesitate to ask for help from technicians who are visiting your apartment to fix other things. Contact your Hausverwaltung or neighbors for help. For example, my neighbor helped me figure out why pipes in my apartment are making a weird noise when I open the tap. My Hausverwaltung helped me in finding a nice plumbing company. Moreover, Hausverwaltung is your best friend here. Do not hesitate to ask them any questions, even if you think they are dumb. I mean, you are paying them for their service. And Hausverwaltung or the housemaster has experience with building maintenance and renovation tasks. And they have long-running contacts with companies who have worked with them before. So they can guide you with your renovation task and can point you in the right direction. Well, this sums up some of my mistakes I did and the experience which I want to share with you in this video. I hope you found this video useful. If yes, please let me know in the comments or by liking this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends.